Welcome everyone to this ClickCreate Artist Spotlight. Today we have Kristen Roos. What inspires you to create?
I think a major part of my inspiration is looking to other artists, primarily from the past, but also present. And this could be anything from design to subject matter to color choices, because I don't think any artist can really exist within a vacuum. And I think some artists tend to go more towards the kind of genius artist idea or something. And I'm getting more and more away from that and just really feel like my work is made up of all of the generations of work before me kind of a thing. So I like that idea a lot more. And aside from that, I really like research into a lot of these old programs that I use. It's really inspiring me to learn something new, even though it's from the past. It really takes a lot of effort to get into some of this old software and kind of like an archaeological dig kind of a thing into like a lot of work. So media archaeology is used a lot. That's a really big inspiration in a lot of my work.
What words describe your artistic style?
My work's created out of a lot of the limitations and constraint of some of the software that I use. I think those are two big words that I would use, are limitations and constraints. The tools that I use really define kind of the aesthetic and the artistic style of a lot of my work, because I'm kind of forced to create in a really specific way using vintage software. So the images and the structures that I create are also defined by the pixel, because it's really front and center, and also interacting with the grid of this screen, because it's very square and kind of limited in terms of using vintage software. So it's interesting because it kind of really makes the kind of like an homage to the pixel, I guess. The pixel's really upfront.
What are your goals as a digital artist?
I think it's mainly just to be able to continue to support myself as an artist and also continue to push my work in new directions. But one goal that I came up with out of thinking about this was that I kind of around my animated work, which is kind of the focus of this drop, would just be to have like real world applications for some of these structures, either in public art or architecture. And that's starting to happen a little bit. I'd like to collaborate people or organizations in these fields so to create work that's both kind of digital and screen-based and also exists in the physical world.
What's next on your artistic journey?
Right now, I'm doing a lot of experimentation using some of my animated GIFs with video synthesis. It's kind of like an exciting new playful place to be right now, which is kind of need something new to kind of get that kind of playful experimentation stage of creation back.
What were your goals for this ClickCreate edition?
Well, first of all, the idea of breakthrough, I was thinking a lot about that. And in terms of my kind of style, having animated work but is fairly static most of the time, I wanted to have something that kind of looked like the shapes were trying to break through or break out of the structures that I create. So I've created something where it's getting a little bit more into, I guess, stop motion animation techniques in the similar style that I have, where the kind of cuboid shapes are trying to break out of the structure. And I want to push my work in that direction anyway, so it's kind of the first piece that kind of pushes the structure beyond the kind of primarily static work that I've done up until now.